In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college basketball games happening on March 24, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland State versus Northern Colorado. In the forthcoming opening round clash of the CIT tournament on Sunday morning, the Cleveland State Vikings, boasting a record of 18-13 with a 13-15-2 mark against the spread and a 14-16 over-under record, are set to square off against the Northern Colorado Bears, who entered the contest with a 19-12 record, going 14-14-1 against the spread and 17-8-4 over-under. The Vikings concluded their season with an 18-13 record, making it to the semifinals of the conference tournament. Meanwhile, the Bears finished their campaign with a 19-12 record, bowing out in the second round of the Big Sky tournament. A surge in performance towards the latter part of the season saw the Cleveland State Vikings truly shine. They clinched victory in 3 out of their last 4 encounters, showcasing a commendable display of prowess. Making their way to the semifinals of the Horizon League tournament, their journey was halted by a mere 3-point deficit against Oakland, a team that had recently stunned Kentucky in a thrilling matchup. Conversely, Northern Colorado faced disappointment in their inaugural game of the Big Sky tournament. Moreover, the defensive aspect of the game emerges as a notable concern for the Bears. Comparing defensive metrics, the Vikings exhibit a slightly superior defensive stance, conceding 110 points per 100 possessions in contrast to the Bears' 112 points per 100 possessions. This places them at the 308th spot in Division I in adjusted defensive efficiency. The Bears have notably struggled defensively in recent outings, allowing an average of 81 points in their last 5 encounters. As the Cleveland State team enters this fixture fresh off securing victory in 3 of their last 4 matchups, their resolve remains unshaken despite a narrow defeat to Oakland in the conference tournament. Their performance against Oakland, a team that managed to upset Kentucky in the NCAA tournament, underscores their competitive edge. On the other hand, Northern Colorado's regular season conclusion was less than stellar, suffering defeats in 3 of their last 5 games. However, their commendable finish tied for second place in the Big Sky instills confidence. Though closely matched, my inclination leans towards the team exhibiting stronger defensive prowess. The Cleveland State Vikings to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Analyzing the adjusted tempo statistics provided by Ken Palm, it becomes evident that Northern Colorado, ranked 56, and Cleveland State, ranked 192nd, are poised to exceed scoring expectations in this encounter. The Bears' offensive strategy, characterized by swift possessions and efficient scoring, resulting in an average of 80 points per game, suggests a fast-paced game. Cleveland State, not far behind, maintains an average of 76 points per game. Both teams have demonstrated a propensity for high-scoring affairs, with Northern Colorado's defense allowing an average of 78 points per game and Cleveland State's at 73.2. The matchup dynamics, accentuated by the Bears' aggressive offense and the team's less-than-stellar defensive rankings, indicate a game where the scoreboard will witness a constant upward trajectory. Remarkably, Cleveland State has managed to average an impressive 78 points in their last 4 outings, including a notable 80 points in the opening 2 games of their conference tournament last week. Additionally, Northern Colorado's forte lies in their offensive prowess, evident from their ranking of 55th in Division I in adjusted tempo and an impressive team shooting percentage of 49.1%. The Bears have consistently breached the 76-point mark in their last 5 encounters. Conversely, the Vikings' defensive vulnerabilities are apparent, with a ranking of 251st in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. With the overhitting a 3-0-1 record in the Bears' last 4 matchups, it further solidifies the expectation of a high-scoring affair. Thus, considering the tempo dynamics and the offensive capabilities of both teams, an onslaught of scoring is anticipated. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah State versus Purdue. In the landscape of college basketball, a riveting clash awaits in the second round as teams from different conferences, the Southwestern Athletic Conference and the Big Ten, converge in a Midwest region showdown. The stage is set for an intense encounter as the 8th-seeded Utah State Aggies seek to defy expectations by challenging the dominance of the top-seeded and number 3-ranked Purdue Boilermakers, slated for Sunday afternoon. Utah State made a resounding statement in their previous outing, overpowering the 9th-seeded TCU with an impressive 88-72 victory on Friday night, defying the odds as they emerged triumphant despite entering the game as underdogs with a 3.5-point spread. Meanwhile, Purdue showcased their prowess by cruising to a commanding 78-50 win over the 16th-seeded Grambling in their opening match, comfortably covering the spread as heavy favorites with a 27-point margin. Adding historical context, the Boilermakers have previously triumphed over the Aggies with an 85-64 victory in a previous encounter held at the Hard Rock Hotel in Riviera Maya, Cancun, on November 22, 2016. The Purdue Boilermakers, led by the towering presence of Zach Edey, demonstrated remarkable focus and cohesion in their recent triumph over Grambling State. Displaying a commendable offensive efficiency, they notched an impressive point-per-possession ratio while orchestrating 23 assists en route to a convincing 28-point victory. Their dominance extended beyond offense as they restricted their opponents to a meager point-per-possession output and asserted authority on the boards with a staggering 25-rebound advantage. Buoyed by this commanding performance, Purdue now gears up to face Utah State, a team that showcased their mettle with a 16-point victory over TCU in the round of 64. The Aggies showcased remarkable shooting prowess, boasting a 61% success rate from inside the arc, a commendable 42% from beyond the three-point line, and an impressive 93% accuracy from the free throw line. Notably, 4 of their starters contributed double-digit points, underscoring their offensive depth and versatility. The impending clash between Utah State and Purdue sets the stage for a compelling narrative of contrasting styles and strengths. While Utah State boasts an aggressive offensive approach, ranking among the top 20 nationally in attacking the rim, Purdue stands firm with a top 20 defense that staunchly limits opposition penetration. The focal point of Purdue's defensive prowess lies in Zach Edey, whose imposing presence acts as a deterrent in the paint, complemented by Purdue's dominance in rebounding. However, Utah State's frontcourt presents a formidable challenge, particularly with the agility and skill of players like Great Osauber. Despite conceding a size disadvantage against Edey, Osauber's quickness and proficiency in drawing fouls offer a potential avenue for exploiting Purdue's defensive vulnerabilities. Leveraging Osauber's agility in pick-and-roll scenarios, coupled with strategic spacing to create driving lanes, could expose chinks in Purdue's defensive armor, particularly in their susceptibility to opposition scoring off cuts, as indicated by Synergy Analytics. While Edey poses a formidable threat in the paint, Utah State's defensive strategy may focus on mitigating his impact through disciplined play and strategic positioning, buoyed by the shooting prowess of players like Isaac Johnson, who not only provide defensive support but also stretch Purdue's defense with their perimeter shooting. Despite Purdue's formidable track record and dominant display against Grambling, lingering concerns persist regarding their performance in the crucible of March Madness. Conversely, Utah State enters the fray buoyed by their stellar regular season performance, emerging as the top team in the Mountain West Conference, with a potent offensive arsenal boasting a field goal percentage exceeding 49%. Utah State poses a credible threat to Purdue's aspirations. However, to mount a credible challenge, Utah State must prioritize rebounding, recognizing it as a pivotal battleground in their confrontation with Purdue. While Purdue holds the edge as favorites, Utah State's offensive firepower suggests the potential for a closely contested affair, with the Aggies poised to capitalize on offensive opportunities. Hence, while Purdue may secure victory, the prospect of Utah State keeping things very close looms large, underlining the Aggies' offensive capabilities and resilience. So the Utah State Aggies to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Analyzing the statistical landscape, Utah State emerges as a formidable offensive force, ranking 31st in offensive efficiency, 65th in defensive efficiency, 32nd in effective field goal percentage, and an impressive 13th in two-point shooting efficiency. Their style of play reflects a preference for a high-tempo game, evident in their ranking of 107th in tempo, averaging 68.7 possessions per game. Notably, Utah State has surpassed the total in 20 of their 32 games this season, showcasing their their propensity for high-scoring encounters. In contrast, Purdue arrives with a formidable offensive arsenal, occupying the 4th position nationally in offensive efficiency, bolstered by their proficiency in effective field goal percentage. Defensively, Purdue ranks 20th in efficiency, with notable strengths in perimeter defense, evidenced by their 42nd rank in three-point field goal percentage defense. Despite operating at a relatively average tempo, Purdue has displayed consistency in surpassing the total, doing so in 22 of their 34 games this season, underscoring their offensive prowess and potential for high-scoring affairs. Purdue's offensive strategy revolves around capitalizing on post-up opportunities, with Zach Edey emerging as a dominant force in the paint. Edey's imposing stature and efficiency in post-up situations pose a significant challenge for opposing defenses, often resulting in high-percentage scoring opportunities. While Great Osauber demonstrates commendable defensive prowess, particularly in post-up situations, containing Edey proves to be a formidable task, especially given the defensive vulnerabilities of Isaac Johnson. Purdue's offensive arsenal extends beyond Edey, with proficient shooters surrounding him, capable of capitalizing on scoring opportunities both inside and outside the paint. Moreover, Purdue's prowess in securing second chance points and converting offensive rebounds into quick scores adds another dimension to their offensive repertoire, posing a significant challenge to Utah State's defensive resilience. In assessing the prospects of this encounter, the narrative pivots on Utah State's ability to exploit defensive gaps and capitalize on offensive opportunities. While Purdue presents a formidable challenge with their offensive efficiency, Utah State possesses the requisite firepower to match their counterparts. The agility and versatility of players like Great Osauber and Isaac Johnson offer avenues for disrupting Purdue's defensive schemes, potentially creating openings for high-percentage scoring opportunities. Similarly, Utah State's proficiency in perimeter shooting and their collective offensive cohesion suggest the potential for a closely contested affair characterized by high-scoring exchanges, consequently aligning with the narrative of an intense offensive showdown between two formidable adversaries. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.